Hey Tay, what are we doing?
Hey, we're making some laundry soap. This recipe is an all-natural recipe. We discovered it on a YouTube channel, One Good Thing by Jilly. We're kind of making our own version here. We're going to half the batch that she shows. Ingredients that are going to go into this is just borax, washing soda, baking soda, naphtha soap, and OxyClean, and a little bit of baking, or we already got the baking soda. So borax and washing soda you can find on your laundry detergent aisle. Washing soda is different than baking soda. It's more of a detergent and you don't cook with it. And borax is a cleaning solution. It's also what silly putty's made out of as well. The fun fact if you want to make your own silly putty. OxyClean, we got this from the discount grocery store for $4.99, and then just plain old baking soda that's real cheap. And the naphtha soap, I've already started cutting it up. Our recipe is going to call for half a box of borax, half a box of the washing soda, 1 cup of baking soda, 1.5 bars of naphtha soap. This is a laundry bar, so if you see people washing their laundry with a bar of soap, they're probably using that naphtha soap. And then we're going to use the entire box of OxyClean. So we're going to do a dry version of this. You can make this a liquid version by adding hot water to it, but you have to do it in a certain ratio, and we've had problems with it clumping in the past in the jug, and so we have to warm the jug back up and then be able to pour it. So this is our 1.5 bars of naphtha soap. I've already started kind of cutting it up. Just use a nice sharp knife that you're not going to plan on eating with for the rest of the day, and just run it through the washing machine. And this stuff cuts up pretty easily. So we're going to cut it up into some smaller pieces. And then I'm just going to grind it up in our NutriBullet. I'm going to add a little bit of this OxyClean. Just to give it some sustenance in the blender. And let's see how this blends up. This is the first time we've ever used this little blender for doing this. Let's struggle just a little bit. So we've got a pretty good fine little powder in there. I'm going to shake it up and then do it one more time just to get some of these chunks and make sure we don't have any in there. Okay, so let's see what we're working with here. Looks a nice fine powder. Kind of hot. So maybe a little bit bigger of a blender might help, but the NutriBullet seemed to handle it. Okay, so we're going to mix all of our ingredients together now, and I'm going to do it in a trash can bag, just like Jilly does, because it seems to be a pretty effective way. So this is two 8-gallon trash can bags inside of each other. We're just going to dump everything in it. This naphtha soap smells really good.
Describe it.
It's kind of a manly wood smell. So entire box of OxyClean is going to go in there.
Now, we did modify her recipe a little bit, so she calls for like downy balls type thing.
A fabric softener crystals. We're not going to add those in. Some people put essential oils in theirs, but since we're doing a dry version, we didn't want to put any wet ingredients because we were afraid it might clump. So I've added a cup of baking soda, which I already had pre-measured. And I'm just going to kind of eyeball these. It's about half a box of the washing soda. If you wanted to really be precise, you could measure them out by weight. Okay, and and about half a box of borax. Now, some people, borax is actually not very safe to ingest, but on clothing, I don't think it's much of a problem. It's all going to be washed off anyway. So some people make dishwashing cubes with borax. I wouldn't recommend that because it is not necessarily a safe thing to swallow. Okay, so what I'm going to do to mix all this up, we've got all of our ingredients in now.
You did the baking soda?
The baking soda was already added, 1 cup of baking soda. And so we're just going to close this bag up and then just kind of roll it around. And of course the reason why we did 2 bags is because this could very easily be quite a large mess. So there's a few clumps in here. I'm going to just smash them down, break them up by hand.
Our goal with creating our own laundry soap, not only are we trying to reduce chemicals in our home and in our body, but also this is a really economical way to take care of your laundry.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how much our total cost per load is on this, but I mean, these ingredients here cost much less than a gallon of laundry soap from Costco or Sam's, and so I mean, online looking at this recipe, it calls for 2 tablespoons per load on a regular washing machine, 1 tablespoon per load on a high efficiency, and we're still using a top load, standard washer, so it'll be just 2 tablespoons, I'm sorry, and this is going to last a long time at 2 tablespoons a load. So we've got this nice and mixed up.
And we've actually been doing our own laundry soap, similar, not all the way. So this is our first time to do this recipe in particular, but our clothes are getting clean. We haven't noticed any issue with any of that previously. And so we're excited to do something a little bit different.
Yeah, this is a little bit different than we usually try. Last time I did it, we made a wet version of it, and I didn't add enough water to it, and the water evaporated out of the bottle, and it turned into a big kind of like a jelly. And so we had to, I just cut the top off the bottle, and we would do scoopfuls of the jelly in there. There's a few chunks in here I'm still breaking up. So we're going to just take this and put it into a receptacle here. We're just going to use a big stainless steel bowl with a lid. Some people like to put it in a pretty decorative jar, a box, whatever works for you. But this will be where I'm going to go with it. And so here's the tricky part, is getting it into the bowl without making a mess. So what we'll do here is just cut a corner off of this. And we'll just go right into the bowl here. And so, you want to come take a look at it? So you can see, goes nicely into the bowl. Didn't make too much of a mess here. And so we've got some nice pretties, a couple of little chunks, but it's all pretty homogeneous and all mixed in real nice. Okay, so this is our laundry soap for the next couple of months right there. Cost maybe less than 10 bucks to do, and I've still got enough to do a whole nother batch of this if I wanted to. Okay, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, please share, and please like our videos.